I don't know what the road is, but we're on the road between Copley and Ikara-Finders.
Jeez. 80 k's of this. I'll turn it around again in a minute.
And this is the first time I've been on this with the caravan. So
First time I've been as well. They're pair of us. This is
not liking it very much, but I guess it's something we've got to get used to.
our mates are way ahead. They've had 2 weeks of it so far.
So
This is our day one.
Crossing to Depot Springs Station.
So yeah, not liking it very much. I'll be very glad when we get there.
Yeah. All right.
We have to come back.
Then we have to come back again. All right, turning around. Let's have a look at this road.
Far out.
There is a car coming.
Man, the dust just lingers.
Going fast.
Yeah, this guy's fanging it though.
Oh yeah, he was a knock.
So here we are, we're driving through, entering into the historic Ikara.
Just at the petrol station, mate, if you turn left. Enjoy that, guys.
What an amazing place this is. Pretty much out of the, it's the middle of nowhere, seriously it is. It's the township. Look at the rock formations, it's amazing, isn't it? It's just beautiful. The entrance into Ikara. Get this carving here. I can't see any details about it though. Real good detail on that. And I wonder what Arkenge was. So they've got all these rocks up on end, but they are all rocks that are probably labelled up as what they are from around here. Types of rocks. So gneiss, schist, porphyry, magnetite, pegmatite, and that's all in the driveway up. Waterhole, 5k's out of town, 3k four-wheel, 3k of dirt road, and then probably 2 kilometers of four-wheel driving. This is where we end up. So Tracy, you have to come over here. Justine did some research on the way in. We just got a tiny bit to find out about this watering hole, and it's famous because it has a little fish in it called a soy fish.
A what fish?
Soy fish. So we've got to come and have a look over here because apparently they're in this edge here. No, come and have a look, Tracy. There's such a thing as a soy fish. It's here. Look. Look. G-dogs. Brother from another mother. Yep. We're actually on a trail a few stops along the way. Out from the Ikara road, we're going up to a waterhole. It's actually Ikara. It's not Ikara water. Yeah. No, it's Stubbs. Is it Stubbs waterhole?
Stubbs waterhole.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah, and along the way there are a couple of stop-offs. For instance, we're at Lively's mine right now. Lively's gold find. Where we're at right now. He says there are open mine shafts around the place. Haven't found any yet. Dead set, this is in the middle of nowhere. And if anybody was working out here in the summer, Imagine the temperatures. Oh. Ants everywhere. What was that, Justine? What have you just done?
I hadn't stood there.
Oh yeah.
An ant hole there. Lively what?
Livelies.
On the map it says lively.
Can you tell where I am? I'm in the tunnel. Yeah. I'm being told I have to get out. Coming out, Justine.
Well, you just don't know. It says unsafe.
It does say unsafe.
Whether it is or it
Don't forget your hat, Johnny.
Won't.
It did also say stick to the trails, and that looks like a trail. Right?
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, but you just...
Good nut. I think the camera's going to pick it up, but down there, there is. Yeah, look how much. It's clearly down there. I reckon there's gold. There'll be gold there. There's gold in them there hills. Just got to work it 9 to 5. Well, it'll be 9 to 9. Non-stop. For nothing. Alright, it's in-car video, we're not out. This is Jasper Twins we're heading to. And it's classing it as 4-wheel drive. As you can see.
This is the Cheats Way.
Yeah, it was. So that could have been the up that hill brought you around here. We were going to video Matt up the hill, but we've just come round in a loop.
Okay. Oh, I'm very glad.
Justine says she's very glad she didn't want to go up that hill. There you go. Next one on this circuit is Welcome Mine. So you stop and just have a walk up the trail. I've seen they're very welcoming with big fences around them. All the
Green stuff is on the...
oh wow. Yep. It's
Yeah,
nice
you'd
and
like
green.
that. You're like me.
Yeah,
you
I
know
like
the
that.
stupid thing is though, I
Well-
actually did geology at school. And I
And
don't remember a thing about it. Well, you need to stop on the way out.
listen, I've forgotten everything I went to school about. So anything I did at school, I've forgotten about. I just learn afterwards, live.
Same. I remember where the toilets are.
Yep, that's where the smoking sheds were. Okay, we are at Stubbs Waterhole. I think this is the last stop on this little circuit. Hey, it's pretty impressive. Just look at these rock formations up here. That is just
Very little.
makes us look tiny. Yes. All right. A waterhole that you're not allowed in. And how good would it to be just jump into some cold water now? Oh, it would be pretty specky. I hope the GoPro picks this up. Probably won't, but that is just insane. Just the patterns in it and the way it's all been carved out. You know, water and probably wind. I ain't no expert, so I'm not going to say that's definite. But bloody hell, the sheer size of it, and that's just stood at the bottom. When it's carved in through all these mountains, all these ranges, the Gammon ranges. Watching my step for rocks and snakes. Alright, that's it for this part of the trip today. It's just a 4-wheel drive track out. Weren't expecting to do any 4-wheel driving. I thought it was a car dirt road in, but it's definitely 4-wheel drive. So we're now flicking out from the other side and heading back to camp. Oh, Matt's gunning it.
Hello.
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 Good morning, campers. Morning, campers. Camping. How do you feel about last night?
Oh, there was a lot of rain last night.
God, there was a heck of a lot of rain.
Thankfully, we did okay. Washed the car, washed the van, and didn't wash out the awning.
That's right. Did not wash out the awning.
Some others weren't so lucky. Not
So-
awnings though. But
No, people's gazebos were trashed. Well, Peanut Pound Visitor Centre, so I'm back. We are hiking. We are with Gus and Clara, roaming strangers. It's not big, I think it's just a couple of hours. But last night, ooh. How wet was last night, buddy?
Very wet. What did the guy say? 20 mil.
Oh, 22 mil last night.
22 mil. That's a lot of water.
22 mil of water last night.
it said along the creek, so are we doing, is it here?
I've not got a
It
map.
said all the trails go in the one direction.
Yep, there's a walking man. Let's follow this. We're not doing bad. We're already checking where we're going, and we've only walked that far away from the visitors centre.
We're lost already.
That's not. That is not on my tent, but they have been right next to our tent. Orb weavers.
Yeah.
There was a pretty large one though behind our camp at Italawi Gap. That one behind Matt's tent.
That was huge.
Massive.
That was a good 60 millimetres diameter, I reckon. Oh, legs and everything spanned out. Well, what 60 millimetres is probably...
It was a big spider.
Well, maybe more.
Okay. Anyway, now we know they're harmless. Let's carry on, keep on keeping on, Coco. At the end of this trail, in the pound here we get the Hills Homestead. And this was, what, 1888, the actual homestead was a shed. But in 1900, they built it out of rock, stone, and this is it. Apparently it was built in the hope of expanding it, because they said if you look out at the back, some of the lintels or arches were constructed to allow for an extension. My guess is it's these little protrusions at the sides here, because there's no giveaway there. Do you live out here, Justine? I'd live out here now if I had power and water. And look at this as your garden.
Yes, it would be nice, but not quite then.
Not then, no.
No, there's that's way up to the lookout.
All right, we're going up to the lookout. Let's see what's going on up there. Just to give you an indication of what's going on. The trail does get gnarlier. Good climb.
Climbing, climbing, climbing.
Come across this, peeps.
Howdy.
Howdy. Another man with a stick in his hand, with a cube on the end of it. A lot of people walking around with these sticks and cubes, little black cubes.
Wow. Wow. No plane today.
Huh? No what?
Hi guys.
Oh, Matt.
No pilot today. Could do tomorrow.
My understanding is the Hills Homestead down there, they had this as their grazing area, but they had 120,000 sheep on it. And apparently that was like, in today's standards, you would never do it. There was just too many. And they completely destroyed it and just ripped everything out, and it just became totally desolate, chomped, eaten, and yeah, ruined. And then other entrepreneurs afterwards, and they can only be classed as entrepreneurs, had a crack at grazing themselves, but smaller heads numbers, which apparently worked. Drought killed that off. When the waters came back, people started planting and had a go at that. Wheat, but again, drought came, ruined that. It's like these guys were just hardcore, just sticking it out year after year, trying to make a living out here. But man, it's a beautiful place. All right, then down. Down, down, deeper and down, 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 deeper and down. Do like a little bit of status quo in the morning. All right, review. Information centre to the bus turnaround point is all of this type of surface. The shuttle bus turnaround point and beyond just gets more twisty, turny, a couple of bridges, a couple of rocks to go over. G'day. Which is a little bit more technical. That gets you up to Hills
Homestead.
Hills Homestead, correct. Hills Homestead. Thank you, Gus. From Hills Homestead up to Wangana Lookout. That is definitely gnarly, rocky, and
steep.
Yeah, steep. Grade. If this is grade 1, that was grade 2. The rocky stuff. Do you reckon 5? No, let's go 5 is the max. I'd go 3, 3.5. Yeah. So a little tough up there, but the views are good.
Yeah, magnificent.
Yeah. All right. So, and by the way, distance 8.2 kilometers right now, and we're probably 500 meters away. So 8.5k, really good, easy walk at most points. I'm just trying to see what I've accidentally pressed pause. It took us 2.5 hours, but that's because we've been taking so many photographs and chatting with people along the way.
And singing songs.
Singing songs. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with a song. Are you ready, Gus? 1, 2, 3.
Look 'em right in the eye and say goodnight.
G'day, g'day. How you going? What you know? Where you go? Where you been?
Tosses.
That's the welcome we get after giving him an amazing welcome.
Slim.
Slim Dusty.
As you
Should have
do.
known that.
Anyway, we're at it again. Walking the end this time. Akaroo Rock, Aboriginal Rock Art Site, 2 hours 3k. They are pretty generous with them. We're loving this walking. It's what we do.
Taking photos.
Sorry?
I'm taking photos so we can get it done.
Oh, just you take so much time taking photographs and video. Anyway, we're bombing along this track. It's a nice one. Always is nice to be out and about, having a bloody meander through all the mountains and hills. I love it. Love the great outdoors. Oh, it's so nice, Justine.
Yeah. It is. I'm quiet. There was a lot of people in the car park, but I don't know where they all are.
I'm just videoing these two because the one at the back is such a klutz. When she's walking, she'll fall over, and we'll get it on Australia's.
We're all knocking out, and Gus will be knocking his head. He's done that twice. And he had no idea where he did it, and he had a big...
Yeah, he's got the big cut on his head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone, yeah.
Let's go. It's great that it's protected. It is just annoying that you have to go to these extremes to stop people drawing on it. Hey.
Hey.
Second walk of the day.
Yeah.
Where have we just been?
Akaroo.
No, Akaroo.
Akaroo Rock to see the Aboriginal art. Which
We'll
is
get on to
pretty
that.
cool because
Yeah, it
I've
was.
not seen it.
Yeah, going to get onto that in a second. So it was 3k return, little loop at the top.
Don't know how long
It said
took us.
2 hours on the sign out there. It took us 1 hour and 12. So,
We did do lots of stops for
well,
pictures.
so that 2 hours is
So maybe an
really
hour.
conservative. But up at the art, it's all fenced off, as you saw in the video. And one part of it, I wasn't too sure. I thought to myself, it looks too fresh. It looks like someone's gone
Too
in there.
babyish.
Yeah, too babyish. Someone's gone in there and drawn it on again afterwards. Anyway, and Gus, you'll be interested in this. We've just got back to the car park to look at the information sign, and the tree art is actually on that logo. So do you know we thought it might be a bit too fresh and fake?
So it is.
Yeah.
It's actually on the
Okay.
artwork. So even though we thought it was, I thought it was fake,
We
it's
thought
actually,
it was vandalism.
yeah, it's actually on.
It's
Because there
actually
was evidence in the cage where it'd been tampered with for someone to get in there.
Yeah, someone tried to break in the cat, like cheeky monkeys.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pretty damn good out there. Grade wise, it does say grade 3. You have got
it's
a
pretty rocky underfoot.
Back at camp?
Yes.
Back to camp, going back
for
for
lunch.
some food. Might crack open a cold one. Could do it right here because they're in the fridge.
No.
You got an hour and a half to spare. Akaru Rock, well worth it. Let's bounce. It's day 3. Day 3 of Hawker. Hawker? We're not even in Hawker.
We're not in
We're
What the hell are you on about?
We're in Rawnsley Park Station. Day 3, we're doing a bit of a tour today. We're driving through some gorges.
Yep, where are we? We're at a Yanyana.
Yeah, Yanyana Hut Car Park. Apparently, I think this is, what did you say? It's a hiking camping.
Bike to camp.
There's a hut up there. We're going to have a quick squiz at that. And then we are off to a couple of gorge walks along here. Jackson 5, I'll get out of these photographs. I just love photobombing all the time. Here's the other half of this Mrs. Seagull. The girls taking their
Sleep
photographs.
in there tonight.
Oh,
Otherwise, you better behave.
wow.
You have to lock the door afterwards.
It's got an emergency evacuation procedure. Yeah. Look at this. See, British made merino. That's cool. And then extra high wool. That's a good one. I like that. Bit of a stopover point for people doing the Hyson Trail, which I need to do some research on because I think it's quite a big trail, that. Oh, there you go, Yanyana Hut. I've said it once before and I'm going to keep saying it. Every view that I see here is just specky. Bunyaroo Valley Lookout. Hello, everyone's.
How beautiful is this?
This is nice.
Wow.
Bunyaroo Gold Watch. It's pretty cool here because what they do is, I'll show you this here. You actually get walk notes, so you can pick them up from the car park, excuse the shadows, and all your information's in here. It's pretty special. Anyway, we're going to follow the walk through, and you go as far as you can because it'd be a 5-hour walk full length, which we haven't got time for. So we're just in these gorges, just having a trot through and see what's going on. So here we go. Oh. This is the trail here, and they're all going off over there.
Tour leader Tracy is doing a terrible job.
Okay, I think we made our final stop on this little 4-wheel drive or dirt road track. Brachina Gorge. Pretty cool. Again, everything just looks so fantastic. On here, the reason why we stopped here and the stopping point is it's a popular place for the yellow-footed rock wallaby. And they're all in all this, but they're tiny so you can't see them clearly. But they are there. And what I do like about this is that this peak behind me here is Hayson Hill, H-E-Y-S-E-N. And this is the Hayson Trail, so people are hiking and walking along this trail. So one would hazard a guess that has something to do with the Hayson Trail and its naming. Pretty cool. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. While Gus is having a Jimmy Riddle. that is an outback road. There is nothing for miles and miles and miles.
Why do these trees die?
And why do these trees die, I've just been asked. Probably because there's no water. So we've made it to Blinman, the highest surveyed town in South Australia. It's a mining town. It was a mining town. And we wanted to get into the mines, but god damn it, everything's bloody bucked up, freaking solid. You're not getting anything these days.
Yeah, a bit sad.
Yeah, you just can't get in anywhere. Everything's booked out. Not much here apart from random chimneys and fireplaces just in the middle of a car park. In Blinman, clearly you've got to do the pub, which is there. If you want to make a phone call, you can use the Telstra phone box, which is there.
And if you need ice, you just go there. Just go through the door.
Oh, ice. Yes, and if you want ice, you go here. Alrighty. Justine, is Blinman getting you? Is it like
No,
tickling your fancy?
no, it would have done if I could have done the mine.
I know.
No.
In Blinman. It's high. We've just driven 5 minutes out of Blinman and we have now reached what's called the Great Wall of China. And who do I see here but roaming strangers? And look what's going on here. All the way along the top there. What are you eating? Half a pie. Half a pie not enough? Are you hungry still? We're on the road again. We're leaving the Flinders Ranges, which is sad actually because it's been a pretty epic, what was it, 3 days at Ikara-Finders and 3 at Rawnsley.
Yeah, so 3 days in the Gammon Ranges National Park.
Yep.
And 3 days exploring the Flinders Ranges National Park.
Yep.
And I've got to say, I was pretty in love with the Flinders Ranges, and 3 days wasn't enough.
Nowhere near enough.
And we'll have to come back because there's a few long walks we want to do.
Yep.
And the Blinman mines were shut.
No.
No, they weren't. They were shut through for COVID, and then they were fully booked. So we didn't manage to get to do that, and we didn't manage to get to do the flight over Wilpena Pound either. So we're definitely going to come back. We'll stay at Rawnsley for a couple of days, do the Bluff walk.
Yep.
From there, because that's a big 5-hour walk, and then we'll go up to Wilpena and do St Mary's Peak, which I think is about an 8-hour.
Yeah, they're big day hikes, which we really wanted to do, but the time we had, it just didn't work.
Yeah, we didn't have enough time. 3 nights wasn't enough to do
Nowhere
those.
near enough.
We did, but the scenery and the sunrises and the skies at night, and last night was beautiful Milky Way. You couldn't get it, but it was so awesome.
Because it's Easter, it's full moon, and the moon was just bleaching out the whole sky, so you couldn't get a full Milky Way type thing.
But it was there, it was definitely there, it was gorgeous.
Some cracking 4-wheel driving. We've never actually done any proper 4-wheel driving in this car, ever. It's been like soft dirt roads and things like that, and rough roads, but we decided to take a circuit that was some pretty serious 4-low, serious 4-wheel driving. Didn't get any video, but I've just realised we've got a dash cam. There's a strong chance there's some footage on there, so I'm going to have to interrogate that and see.
So
that'd be funny.
He was in his element, and I was holding on for dear life.
Loved every second of it.
Hated every moment.
That's what these cars are designed for. Anyway, it has been a absolute epic time in the Flinders Ranges.
But we're now going to the Clare Valley, which is full of wineries.
Wine. No, there's nothing wrong with wine. I do like a glass of wine every now and again.
So we're going to have a couple of nights with our friends in Clare Valley to have a bit of a nice
Yeah, we're relaxing now.
end to their trip, and then they head home and we
Carry on.
So,
Alrighty.
right, see you
In the Clare Valley. Bye. Alright, so let's bounce.